Here's the truth no one will tell you. Retirement isn't about working your ass off for 40 years, saving every penny, and hoping you'll finally get to relax when you're old. In fact, some of the most successful retirees regret following that very path. Yeah, you heard me right. They regret it. They wish they'd spent more, lived more, and started enjoying their lives before they reached retirement. Forget the 4% rule. Forget that mythical perfect nest egg. What if I told you that chasing money your whole life might be the very reason you miss out on the things that actually matter? Get ready to hear the shocking advice from retirees that will turn everything you've ever been told about retirement on its head. Trust me, you won't like it, but you need to hear it. Let's get one thing straight. The 4% rule is absolute garbage. If you're counting on withdrawing 4% of your savings every year for the rest of your life, you're setting yourself up for disaster. It's a lie, a financial fairy tale sold by the so-called experts. Do you really think that you can just work for 40 years, save a little, and retire comfortably? Not happening. You'll be eating cat food by the time you're 80, praying you don't run out of money. Retirees are fuming over this outdated advice because they learned the hard way. Living on 4% of your savings is not living, it's surviving. Forget the 4% rule. It's time to face the ugly truth. You've been lied to. Here's the truth that no one wants to hear. Money isn't everything. That's right. It's overrated. We've been brainwashed by society into thinking that if you don't have a fat bank account, you're a failure. But guess what? Retirees who followed that path, they regret it. They spent decades chasing after cash, only to realize they missed out on the things that actually matter. Family, health, peace of mind. We've all been duped into believing money will buy happiness, but it doesn't. You can have all the wealth in the world and still feel empty inside. So, let me ask you, what's the point of working your whole life if you've missed living it? Wake up. Money isn't everything. Let me shatter a big myth for you. Retirement is not about doing nothing. In fact, if you think it is, you're setting yourself up for disaster. That dream of lying on a beach, doing absolutely nothing, it's a nightmare in disguise. Retirees who've tried it, guess what? They're miserable. They regret it. Doing nothing turns you into a shell of a person. You'll rot away mentally, emotionally, and physically. That's right. Rest can be more damaging than work. People are dying for a sense of purpose, and doing nothing robs you of it. So, forget the lazy beach life. If you retire and just sit around, you're not living, you're dying. Here's the hard truth that no one wants to hear. Health is more important than wealth. I know. Everyone tells you to hustle, to save, to build your empire. But guess what? All that money won't mean a thing if you're dead or sick by the time you retire. Retirees will tell you they'd give it all up for more years of good health. You can't enjoy your mansion, your vacation homes, or your yachts if you're lying in a hospital bed. Wealth is worthless without health. In the end, the richest person in the world isn't the one with the most zeros in their bank account. It's the one who gets to live a full, healthy life. Stop waiting for the perfect time to start living your life. Here's the brutal truth. If you're putting off your happiness until retirement, you're already losing. You've been sold a lie that working nonstop, sacrificing your health, and missing family moments will somehow pay off. But guess what? By the time you retire, it might be too late. You're not promised tomorrow. Start living now. Take that trip. Learn that hobby. Spend time with the people who matter. Don't wait for some magical future where everything aligns. The best advice retirees give? Don't spend your whole life waiting for a retirement that may never come. Live today. Your health, your happiness, your memories, they're all you have. So stop waiting. Here's the shocking truth. The best retirement advice isn't about saving every penny or sticking to that outdated 4% rule. It's about living now. Forget the obsession with money. Your health and happiness are worth far more. Retire early, yes, but don't retire from life. If you're waiting for the right time to start living, you're already missing out on the most precious years of your life. People spend decades working for a future that might never come, and that's a tragedy. You don't have to be wealthy to enjoy life. You just have to start today. So ask yourself, are you going to spend another 20 years chasing a future that's never guaranteed? Or are you going to start living now?